Welcome back to Mer Dragon Tricks. This is part 3 of the Red Rose event, and we will be using the capsule trick to get our level 10, 2 of our level 10 point items in order to collect all of our rewards. So the first part of the video is going to be a bit of a cleanup. Shouldn't take too long because the video is done in double speed, because essentially we're gonna be collecting all of our point items and merging up, so it's pretty repetitive process. But if you do want to see any particular details, feel free to use the settings in order to slow it down. And it is much faster to get our point items using this very simple trick comparing to actually having to harvest it from our harvestables, which last time I did and timed myself, it took at least 5 and perhaps even 6 hours to do, where at this method I was able to get all of the 2 level 10 point items in just over an hour, so much faster. So once I've cleared the map a little bit here, I will be getting the dragons to harvest the life orbs to cover the map area that's free, which is pretty much the same area that we used for the bone tapping previously. It's as much space as you really need. There's no need to clear any more, whereas previously I would have already cleared it in order to get higher life sprout trees, life flowers, the life flower trees, or even at least the giant life flower by using the brambles. But since we don't need to do that anymore, there's no need to really go and clear those, which could take a couple of hours to do as well. So in this case, we will be tapping essentially once the spaces is covered by life orbs, like the bone pile, tapping 2 spaces and then going ahead and tapping the brown capsules, which will give us the level 3 point items, and our golden capsules, which we use for our cloud key unlock, will give us level 5 point items. And as previously, because the harvesting of the herbs is very repetitive, I'll be using a micro to get the dragons to do that. And you will see that I decided to definitely delete the rock dragon because it was slowing me down a tad. Because with these blue life flowers, they harvest really fast by all of the other dragons, so there's really no need for the 4th rock dragon. So once it's being covered, you will see I would, just like the bone pile, do 2 spaces, tap on one of the capsules, hence why I've saved all of the capsules from the map as you saw previously, because all of those capsules contain point items, and you only ever usually get 4 of those capsules plus the 5th one, which is the golden one. So that's as many as you will get. It will be much easier if you got them more, but we don't. And unfortunately, the free capsules you get every 3 hours contain a random list of items, so it doesn't work with this trick. And after we've collected our 2 bears, or made our 2 bears, which is a level 10 point item, towards the end of the video it will be slowed down and I'll actually be walking you through the rewards collection and how I go about collecting 7 eggs for every single nest in the rewards list, including the quest one, where you will be able to get the Owlet Griffin eggs, which is the only place you'll be able to get them, along with the other 2 that's in the reward list, the Passion one and the Moon one. And I've also time-stamped all of those for you, so that will help you to actually locate where all of those are. And also I did make a mistake while tapping the brown capsules, so essentially one of them got tapped out before I was done. But as you see, again, a timestamp for where I made the mistake, so you can see how I was able to recover, essentially retrieve that from my cloud save. So I was able to continue to do so with the 4 capsule and the 5th one, the golden one, in order to get my level 10 point items and be able to then collect all of my rewards. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video, and I'll talk you through the last little bit. And you can always find that in the timestamp description if you want to skip right to it. And I hope this particular video will help you finish all of your events, not only this weekend, but any future ones as well. And if you do like it so far, do make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. So basically, we've gotten enough of the points to collect all our rewards. But prior to actually collecting all of our point rewards, I'm going to go ahead and actually finish the quest. We've got 2 more left. Harvest from the gym parts, and then as well as heal all land. So I've only got like a little bit of land over here that I need to heal up. So go ahead and do that. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and find all of the gym hub things. Let's see where they are. One down here, two. Get them out of the big heart here as well. Should be a couple more. This one here. That's all I can see for the time being. So let's go ahead and get the dragons to harvest those. So need that 75 times. I'm still missing a land. It should be all healed. Ah, still another bubble over here. Okay, so another one over here. 501. It's not a red one. So it should be two blue ones. Okay, I'm gonna leave that for the time being. I'm gonna just do the harvesting for this one for the time now. I'm not sure if harvesting all three is gonna give me 75. We'll see. Alrighty, that goal done. Yep, completed. Okay, so all I have to do is now heal that one piece of land we saw there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and save the game. And I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect it because for our quest, we're gonna be getting our nest of owlets. And essentially, the only way that you can get those particular dragons is actually to do the quest. So the nest of owlets, griffin eggs, there is no other way you can get it as far as I know. So you have to do the events and be able to finish the quest in order to get this. And also the fruit tree, the golden tree comes in handy if you don't have any trees on your camp at the moment. So you can get your big apples and bubble everything in your camp if you need to. So let's go ahead and heal that piece of land. And we got our gifts, and now I'm going to go head over straight into camp and check how many of the owlet griffin eggs we got. Basically, we want to aim for 7 every single time. We don't want to waste it because even though the events are quite regular these days, still a slow process to get to a level 10 of those. Here we go. Let me just clear some spaces. And as I was working on getting my ice dragon eggs here, as you can see with my chest, I will be uploading a video about how you can get the ice dragon eggs up to essentially endless amount of eggs out of the chest, which cost how much was it? 120? I know it was 120 for the moon one. I don't think it's quite so high for the ice dragon one. Anyways, you can go and check out the video and see how you can do that. And let's go ahead and tap those and get rid of some of these, make some spaces. And let's tap our next 2, 3, 4, 5, only 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's go back to our world map. And as you saw before, I did disconnect my cloud save, so I'll be retrieving it and go ahead and finishing that quest again, and essentially keep on doing it until I get the griffin eggs, which is gonna be 7. And we can do the exact same thing when we actually collect our points. So now we'll come back, retrieve the game. You always want to make sure that you disconnect again, okay? So that you don't accidentally go and finish the quest to collect your reward and then accidentally saves. And you definitely do not want to go straight from your event back to camp and collect your reward and then potentially retrieve the game or even save the game, because that's how you could actually lose your rewards, because sometimes the save only save the level, like the world map and also the event, but essentially you'll kind of read as you've got your gifts because that the points that doesn't actually change, but in actual fact you've retrieved the game and then you've actually not gotten it in your camp. So it's just a bad idea to do that. So you definitely want to follow this process and always go up to the world map. The only time I will go straight into camp is once I've collected gifts and also that I'm disconnected to the cloud, because then it won't matter. But if you're in between and you're connected to the cloud, then it's very dangerous because you can potentially lose all of your rewards, and support won't help you. But it depends actually. They may help you, because I have contacted support once before and they've said, I've got too many bubbles in camp, we can help you if you don't have any bubbles and we can see everything. And well, that was gonna take me days, if not weeks, to unbubble everything. So I just redid the event again. So it was much faster to just do that. So you just want to be careful when you do that. Oh, 5 again, not so lucky. Let's try that again. So we'll do that once more. If I still don't get it, I will go ahead and show you how to do the points one. We'll do the exact same thing. And then basically we'll try that by myself, because you never know how long it could potentially take for you to actually collect the rewards. Sometimes you get lucky and it only takes 2 or 3 times. Other times you might have to do it 10 or potentially 20 times to actually get the rewards. So it's really a bit of a luck process in this, but at least if you wanted to get it, you can always come back to it and you'll definitely be able to get it, just a matter of time. Wrong place. So let's give it one more roll and see how we go. And I did try to clear the camp beforehand. You always want to try to clear the camp beforehand and save it as it is. So every time you go in, you don't have to constantly clear it. Meant to have done that, but obviously the dragon has been collecting the orbs again while I was actually tapping for my giant dragon gems. So I did another video about that. You can go check out, where basically with the magnificent dragon stars, you want to make sure that not the insane dragon gems, that you only get the dragon gems out of it, that you don't get any of the dragon gem. So you aim for the medium-sized one, not the little ones. Every time you get the little one, you want to retrieve your game and try to get the middle one. So if you don't do a lot of farming for purple stars, at least you can maximize the amount of purple stars that you do have, and just be able to max it out, and also be able to use it to buy these radiant egg chests, or potentially the huge nest vault, so that you can get endless amount of eggs and get pretty much level 10 eggs for a whole range of dragons. Okay, so 3, 4, 5. Okay, not very lucky. Okay, well, I'll be trying that later again. Let me go ahead and retrieve the game, and we'll go and collect the points, and we'll see how we go with those. For the time being, I've gotten it, 3 times, all with 5 eggs, and so you would think, maybe it doesn't change, but I can definitely assure you it does. So at the moment, I'm going to just have it stay connected to the cloud save, and I'm going to go and pick up the rewards up to the point where you actually get the chest. Or the nest, I mean. Nest. Okay, let's go back into our event. Alrighty, so we'll need to collect the dragon trees, the passion egg. So you can do it for the moon dragon nest right over here, but I'm not going to because I've already got level 10s of those from the radiant egg chests I was showing you before. One of them was the moon dragon one, so I'm not really, so I'm not very fussed about collecting 7 out of those, but I do want 7 out of that. Even though I'm actually working on getting a level 10 Passion Dragon as well as Fairy Dragon in the world map levels, and then buying them for camp, but nonetheless, I do like to be able to get more eggs for those, so I have lower levels in camp as well. And that video is going to take a little bit longer because the farming dragons from levels always takes a little bit longer. Okay, so I'll go ahead and collect some of the points. Let's go to a merge here, see what we've got. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And we have another hot one over there. So rows give you 1,200 points. We'll see how close we get with that. Okay, got another egg and another tree to get. So we're very close to it. We only need 10 more points, so we're going to go ahead and collect that one. That we got. And then we want to collect the trees, but not the passion eggs. About 1,000 odd points. Let's see which one we can collect for that. This one 100. 1,200. That should be okay. That should collect the trees, but not the egg. Okay, let's go ahead and confirm that. Got the trees, but not the egg. Okay, so I'm gonna go and take all of those back to camp. So when I come back, I can just go ahead and collect the nest and be able to check how many I get out of that nest. Okay, here's all of the rewards. We'll leave that aside here. Okay, and then we'll go on to the world map to save that. Okay, so now that's all of those rewards saved and already in camp. We'll go ahead, disconnect, and then go back into the event. And to get the nest, I need approximately 12,000 points. 12,000 points. Which one will give me that? I don't think I have anything else that will give me that much. Oh, I need a balloon, which I don't have. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and collect one of our teddies. Actually, I'll just collect both of them. Makes it easier, because there's nothing else I really need to leave behind. I'll go return back to camp. But of course, if you're doing just one nest at a time, that's what you want to do. Pick items that's a little bit less in points, so you'll be able to get up to the point where you don't quite collect the nest, so that when you go and save that progress, then you can disconnect it from the cloud and then retrieve that game over and over again. Let's just release those ones. that's our heart. And here's our nest. Go ahead and tap that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. Okay, 5 seems to be the number tonight. So we'll retry that and see how we go. And of course, this time we're going to be disconnecting the cloud before we actually connect it. Okay, now let's go and collect our bears again. Two, 3, 4. As you can see, this time it's less, but as you see, the number of eggs you get out of the nest definitely does change. So we'll try that again. So I'm not very lucky this time around. Last event, it didn't take nearly as long to be able to get my 7 eggs out of the nest. And I did have a video on that, which just shows you how to do this bit, which is the cloud saving bit, and be able to tap the nest and get 7. And that was the quick video because I managed to get them pretty fast. So obviously this time around it might just take a little bit longer. So I'm actually gonna kind of pause the video and then go ahead and try and get those 7 eggs, and once I do, then I'll show you guys that it is possible to get them. And essentially that's the event done for the day. And basically I find with this particular trick of using the capsules for the points, it's much faster compared to actually harvesting from the harvestables. Even with the fast dragon, it still would take hours and hours. Last time I timed it, it took at least 5, maybe 6 hours to get it up to the 2 level 10 point items. Whereas use the capsules, you're in full control, whether if you have time to play the game or not. And essentially, it only would take you just over an hour, it took me this time, to be able to get the level 10 items. So much faster. So if you are pressed for time on the weekend and you only have the last few hours before the event finishes, you know that you can still go ahead and use this particular trick to actually finish the event. You won't be wasting your efforts trying to use the harvestables. Oh, getting lucky, got my 7 this time. Yes, I was getting the 7 main dragon eggs because in the rewards list before that you get the 3 eggs. So essentially now we've got 10 eggs we can merge up and get our dragons. Let me see, where's the other one? I left over here, and the other ones are from the previous event, which was the secondary dragon. And that's how it seems to be with all of the events, is our passion dragon is our level 4 trophy dragon this time around. So for our next event, it will be the level 3 event, because previously we got the level 4 trophy dragon for the moon dragon. Not sure what's the next event and what will be our level 4 trophy dragon for the next event. But last time I did see the earth dragon, which is really nice. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Just double check that and boom. We have our 4 dragons. Okay, so yeah, as you see, we can definitely get our 7 eggs out of our nest. So I'm going to go back and do the outlet one now. So I hope you do enjoy the video. And if you did, I hope you like and subscribe. And I'll see you on one of the next videos.